Hello and welcome to the bench. This is another video update for the Snazzwagon. Now, as some of the sharp-eyed will have noticed, I've changed cameras, I've changed camera angle because we're a little bit lower than I was before, and dare I say a little bit closer as well. So where am I? What have I done and what am I up to? Well, if you remember what I was doing on the Wednesday show, the one that's just gone past this week, I will put a link to it in the details of this video, so you should be able to just jump straight to it. What I've done is I've had a go at trying to do a kind of mottled kind of leopard skin, or leopard dot camouflage that's kind of, some of it's been painted well and some of it's not been painted too well, because don't forget, this is orcs, and orcs don't do anything that particularly well, but then again, they don't do it particularly badly either. So what I've used to create the mottled camouflage is, if I can find it, I'll put it away somewhere now. Yeah, organised as usual, David. No, we're doing well here, mate. What did I do with it? Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. Look, this is the other one that I've got. The one that I've used is for 148 and 1/72 scale, and all I've done is just found various patterns within on the mask, and I've used some of Tamiya's let's say XF58 olive green to go against the Vallejo game colour Escorpina green on the base, and this is what we've got. And to be fair, I quite like it. I kind of like the idea where I haven't quite worked out the pattern that I've got, and I've not quite given it a full spray, but on this side we have got a bit of a full spray, but we've also got it where it's kind of faded on the edge, which I could say that it's what I intended it to be, but no, I'm I'm not going to pull that stunt. It's a joyous outcome of what I was doing, but didn't realise I'd done it at the time that I'd sprayed it. But now looking at it, yeah, I'm quite chuffed about that. I didn't quite think about it, but how did I manage to do it? I don't know. I think when I did this one, I kind of had it pressed down here so that it made full contact with this part of the bumper or the front end, but this part here, it was slightly raised, so it wasn't giving it a full contact, so it could have been that. I've also managed to get the same kind of effect on here as well, looking at it. Totally unplanned, absolutely well chuffed that I've managed to create this faded kind of patterning as well, so it does give it that look that it's been maybe done in the field kind of thing. But down here it's the same as well, so I am very chuffed with what's come out. On the side it's looking a bit more deliberate as to how I want it, he says, trying to pull a fast one maybe, don't know. On this side, it's a little more faded, which I kind of like as well. So all in all, to be fair, I'm really chuffed with the way this has come out. I've done some more green, or should I say, I've applied some more Tamiya clear green to these sections, and yeah, note where the thumbprint went because I picked it up and yeah, it was still wet, and I'll put some more clear red on as well. Red for right and green for left. I think that's how they do it in the Navy. Red is red is I'm not sure. Red is port, green is aft, maybe. Those that are watching this that were or are in the Navy will probably be shouting and swearing at me because I've got it wrong, but I've gone for red for right and green for left. Don't ask me why, it just seemed like a good idea at the time, he says, trying to dig himself out of it. I haven't done anything more on this contraption because I'm still kind of deciding where I want to go with it. But I've got the wheels on and it's kind of starting to look a bit more buggy type. There's no posable steering on this, which is a bit of a shame, but hey, it is what it is. I've still got to do this section here, and I haven't even begun to think about how I'm going to do that. I've done the roof, but it's still attached to the sprue at the moment, but it's done in the same green and the same mottled leopard spot, maybe, scheme. I've literally kind of just made this up as I've gone along, and I've got to say, looking at it now, I am really chuffed with it. I like this idea that it's not quite right. It's almost as if that's where they started and this is where they've ended up, and got a little bit more confident in what they're doing. It's a bit the same on the top of the air intake, so yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And the other reason for doing this video is when I've looked back at the clip, it's not quite come out. I'm not entirely sure why, but here hopefully you'll be able to see what I've done and where I am with it. Now to carry on, what I'm going to try and do for these spikes is underneath this green I've applied some AK heavy chipping, I think I've put on here, so I'm going to try and chip that back. I've put some rust colours underneath, so hopefully that might start to bleed through. he says. Hopefully. I'm going to replicate the orange that I've done there on this side. So if I hold that up and get my thumb out the way, I'll try and get some light on it. There's another skull there, so I will replicate what I've done there on here as well. I've still got to paint the exhaust. There's still quite a lot to do on this little buggy vehicle, I think. Snazzwagon, Snazzbuggy, I think I'm going to call it, because it is a bit snazzy. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. How I'm going to weather it, I'm not entirely sure at the moment. I've also, just as the show was finishing, I've put the figure together that sits in here for the driver, but I haven't done any paintwork or anything on it. It's literally went together in the last dying seconds of the show before we finished. Yeah, so that's where we are. Hopefully you can see a lot better what I've accomplished so far. But yes, I have got to admit, now looking at this a little bit closer with a bit more light on it, which kind of wasn't there in the show, this really has come up a lot better than I first thought it had. So yeah, I am very chuffed with that. Also, let me know what you think of this particular camera angle as well. I'm trying a few things out. I tried using a webcam for during the week, wasn't kind of happy with what I was seeing on the screen. I don't know if it was any different for you guys at home, but yeah, let me know. It'd be great to get some feedback. Yeah, so that's where we are. That's what I've done so far. I'm not going to do anything now with this until we get to next Wednesday. The only time that I do anything on this is on the Wednesday show, so I have roughly about an hour, maybe a little bit more, to play around with. So it's coming along. It's nice and slow, but yeah, it's worth it, I think. So I'm going to bring this little video to a close and simply say thank you very much for watching. As always, in this time of uncertainty and everything going on, stay safe, stay well, enjoy your modelling, and I will see you in the next one.